and you're listening to Let's Stay Together Talk.
Come on board the McCain train and take a 2-hour ride with us
as we discuss topics like the next stop and making marriage work.
So get your tickets now before the train leaves the station.
Thanks for joining us. Take a seat on our train. You just arrived at Let's Stay Together Talk.
Hey, all right. Welcome to Let's Stay Together Talk. I'm here with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. Hey, we're going to rush right into this thing because we've got a doctor who is going to be doing surgery soon, so we've got to get to him right away. So, baby, he's on the line right now. So
we would like to welcome Dr. Artis, cardiologist, to the Next Stop segment. If you're on the line, hello, Dr. Artis. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
We are doing great, and we thank you for squeezing us in your busy schedule. Thank you.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure.
It's an absolute pleasure of having you. Go ahead, babe.
And so, we're not going to hold you long, and when you got to get off the phone to take care of, a life, we will understand that. What we just wanted to do is talk about, healthy heart, recognition, and kind of talk about the need for individuals to have health or a healthy heart. Can you explain a little bit about what that means to have a healthy heart?
Well, a healthy heart, from a physical perspective, means that, in other words, that you're able to do physically everything that you would want to or should be able to do for your age. The one thing that I think is real important to when we think about healthy hearts is that particularly for young people as well as for old people, is that I think of taking care of your heart as just like you would what you would do for a retirement plan. When you're going to retire, you start putting monies away early so that when you retire, you have enough to retire on. A healthy heart, if you start taking care of it early, it will serve you well when it's time for you through your life as well as when it's time to retire. So a healthy heart allows you to do physically everything you want to do, including serving the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I love that. So, a lot of us, we want to have a healthy heart, but I don't really know what it means to have a healthy heart. Am I supposed to eat right? Am I supposed to work out? Can you kind of give a definition of what an individual should be doing to make sure that their heart is healthy?
Yeah, that's right. So there's several things that we talk about when we talk about what I would call prevention or risk factors that are things that determine whether your heart will be healthy or whether it will not be healthy. Now, there are two categories. There are some things that you can do something about, and there's some things that you can't do anything about in terms of risk factors. And risk factors are things that predispose people to having unhealthy hearts. So, for example, the things that you can do something about are things like eating a balanced diet, exercising on a regular basis. And just a note to that, for every hour of exercise that you do, you actually add about 2 hours to your life.
Wait a minute. Repeat that again, Dr. Artis. You said every hour of exercise?
Yes. So you're adding time to your life when you exercise.
Yay.
So, so again, just like, when you start putting monies away for retirement, the more you do, the earlier you do it, the better you are off in the future. Okay. The same thing with the heart. So diet is important. Exercise is very important. Maintaining a good weight is important. Getting your sleep is very, very important. Controlling things that you can, for example, if you have high blood pressure, very important to take care of that because high blood pressure is a gateway to a lot of different diseases specifically related to the heart failure, strokes, heart attacks. If you have high cholesterol, it's important to take care of that. It's important, first of all, to know what your cholesterol level is. So if you don't, you need to find out and do the things that are necessary to take care of that, some of which is diet, sometimes it's medication. So those are some of the things. So, drinking water in particular is very liberating. Not the soda pop, not the juice, but the water makes a big, big difference in terms of that.
I have a question for you, Dr. Artis.
Yes.
When you said cholesterol, I was reading something about small, dense, and large, fluffy LDL cholesterol. What is that? What does that mean?
So the small, dense particles are the ones that are most problematic. Those are the cholesterols that get into the blood vessel wall and stick, and eventually, over time, accumulate and can cause the blood vessel opening to narrow, so that there's reduced blood flow to the organ that it's supplying. It could be the heart, it could be the brain, it could be the kidneys, it could be the leg circulation. So it is not just the heart, but it is in the entire cardiovascular circulation that's affected by those dense particles of cholesterol. The fluffy cholesterols are more like your big, what we call buoyant cholesterols, and those are the ones that are easier for the body to digest. And so those are the ones that when the body breaks up, they can be used for other body functions, as opposed to the ones that are small, dense, that deposit in the blood vessel wall, stick and clog things up for you.
So it's like plaque in the arteries then, the small.
Yeah, it is the cause of plaque. Now, I think that one thing that's very interesting, and because as we were talking about earlier, starting early to take care of yourself, there have been studies that have looked at over time how early cholesterol starts to deposit in us as humans. And if you could imagine, because of the Western diet that most of us have, that can happen at a very, very early age. And you'll notice that one of the things that all young kids will know when they're driving down the street, they will notice the arches and the high cholesterol content of the arch food, McDonald's, for example. That is a staple of the American diet. So what I'm saying by that is that cholesterol begins to develop in children as young as, wait for it, in autopsy specimens as early as 3 to 6 months of age, you start to see small amounts of cholesterol developing in some children.
Yeah, wow.
Now, depending on the diet that you have, that could actually be much more problematic. And I'm going to have to apologize. I've got a patient on the table having a heart attack.
Okay, well, you go do you, save that life.
And we appreciate you being on this phone with us for a short period of time.
Absolutely. And blessings to you, and please keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
You too.
All righty.
All right. Hey, I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, he took a few minutes to be on the phone with us to talk to us about heart health, and we has to run. We're happy that we have someone who is concerned about saving a life.